At night, when the house finally settles, when there's nothing left to respond to, the mind starts wandering back. Not to big memories, just small moments. A look someone gave you, something you said too quickly, or didn't say at all. You don't invite these thoughts. They arrive on their own. And once they're there, they don't seem to leave. You're lying still, eyes open, wondering why this one conversation keeps returning. Why now? Why, when you're tired enough to sleep, but awake enough to feel? During the day, you barely notice it. At night, it feels louder, more personal, like something unfinished tapping you on the shoulder. I don't think the mind does this by accident. Daytime asks you to move, to reply, to keep going. There's no room to pause and really feel what something meant, so it waits until everything slows down, until there's nothing left to distract you from yourself.
When a moment carries doubt or confusion or a quiet sense of being misunderstood, it doesn't close easily. It stays open somewhere inside. Not in a dramatic way, just enough to resurface when things go quiet. The mind isn't trying to punish you, it's trying to understand, even if they don't show it. They notice small shifts. They read between words.
They sense what wasn't said. And later, when they're alone, all of that comes back at once. There's a kind of loneliness in it. Not always about being alone, more about feeling slightly out of step. Like you didn't quite show up as yourself in that moment. Like you held something back. And now you're sitting with the version of you that stayed quiet. Part of you just wants rest, to let the day end cleanly. Another part wants clarity, or maybe fairness. So the mind replays the scene, changes a line, adjusts the response. Not because you live in the past, but because you're still trying to make sense of yourself. There's usually a small realization that follows, that you care more than you admit, that you think instead of speak, that staying composed has been a kind of protection, not weakness, just a way of staying safe. I don't think growth comes from shutting these thoughts down. It comes from noticing what they're pointing to, the feeling underneath, the part of you asking to be acknowledged. When that happens, slowly the mind softens. And sometimes, on a quiet night, the conversation doesn't return. Not because it stopped mattering, but because somewhere inside, it finally found its place.